Hello everybody, hope everything's well, and as always, let's jump right into this. Now today I wanted to talk to you about the Divine Feminine. I'm going to read this article for you. Alright. The Shekinah is the image of the Divine Feminine, or the feminine face of God, as it was conceived in the mystical tradition of Judaism, originating perhaps in the rabbinic schools of Babylon and transmitted orally for 1,000 years until it flowered in the writings of the Jewish Kabbalists of medieval Spain and southwestern France. Now, I want to play this small clip for you by, it seems to be a Grand Master Jew, Ashkenazi Jew, talking to, seems to be students or his initiates, okay? And he's going to say that we do not come from our father, but we come from our mother. All right, take a look.
All religions in the world except Judaism are based on belief. Whatever the person believes, that's his religion. He can change it every day. A Buddhist can become a Muslim with a different book. But we're not Jews because of our belief. We're Jews because of our mother. We're not a religion, we're a people. And the people go by the mother, and you want your children to be Jewish people like you and your mother.
The mythology of this tradition restores the imagery of the sacred marriage and the union of the divine father-mother in the ground of being. There is not a mother and a father, but a mother-father who are one in their eternal embrace, one in their ground, one in their immunation, one in their static and continuous act of creation throughout all the invisible dimensions they bring into being and sustain. No other tradition offers the same breathtaking vision and such an exquisite poetic imagery of the union of male and female energies, and the one that is both. The Songs of Songs was the text most used by Kabbalists for their contemplation of the mystery of this divine union. Yet one has the feeling that this way to union with the divine may descend from some unknown source that nourished Egypt, Sumer, and India. All right. Which I'm going to be showing a clip later talking about Egypt being a matriarchal society. The Kabbalistic tradition describes the feminine image of the Godhead as mother, daughter, sister, and Holy Spirit, giving women what she has lacked throughout the last 2,500 years in Judeo-Christian culture, an image of the divine feminine, and in the Godhead that is reflected at the human level in herself. The Shekinah is divine motherhood, mother of all living. Women can know themselves in their role as mothers in their care and concern for the well-being of their loved ones as the instinctive custodians of her creation. Now, you can see today, especially in the black community, how that's being stripped, all right? And how there is no real relationship because they're trying to stop this energy, all right? Let me read the rest of this for you. The 13th century Zohar, the Book of Resonance or Splendor, that was the principal text of the Kabbalah, contemplates the mystery of the relationship between the female and male aspects of the Godhead expressed as mother and father, and their immunation through all levels of creation as daughter and son. The essential conception of this mystical tradition expresses itself as an image of worlds within worlds. Divine spirit, all right, Insof or Insof, all right. I know I'm not saying that right. I apologize, but remember I talked about this before, all right, in my video Return to Nothingness, all right. Beyond form or conception is the light at the center, the heart, and moves outward as creative sound, all right. Remember the heart chakra, all right. That's dealing with the feminine energy. Okay. Moves outward as creative sound, word, thought, energy, and bring into being successive spheres, realms, veils, or dimensions, imagined as veils or robes that clothe and hide the hidden source, yet at the same time transmit its radiant light. The transmission of light from source to the outer manifested level is also imaged as an inverted tree, the tree of life, whose branches grow from its root in the divine ground and extended throughout the worlds of emanation. The primal center or root is the innermost light of the unimaginable, luminous, and translucent. The inner point expands or is sown as a ray of light into a dimension described in some texts as a sea of glory and others as a palace that acts as an enclosure for light. From this room it emanates as a radiant cascade, a fountain of living water, pouring forth light to sustain and permeate at all worlds or dimensions it brings into being. All life on earth, all consciousness is that light, and therefore utterly sacred. The Zohar, the principal text of the Kabbalah, describes nature as the garment of God. Alright, now when they talk about the garment of God, or nature as the garment of God, alright, remember, God is in everything. Okay, when we talk about God, we're talking about the soul. Alright, this energy that's within everything. Alright. So, our bodies, which you can call the garment, alright, and the soul that inhabits, because the soul is really us, okay? And the body is basically the clothes that cover the soul. Alright. Alright, now I want to play you this small clip from the Pyramid Code. I'll put the whole video in the link in the description, of course. Alright, but just watch this small clip.
Has world culture always been male-dominated and patriarchal? If not, what would a matriarchal system look like? Matriarchy is not the opposite of patriarchy, with women dominating and controlling men. It is based on balance between the masculine and feminine, and harmony with nature. This was exemplified in ancient Egypt, which was known in the old language as the land of Kemet.
I hope you all got the gist of what they were saying. Alright, I just want to show you this last part here. Okay, this tree which I was talking about before, that I was going to show you. Okay, this basically symbolizes positive and negative. Alright, and how there's a little bit of good and a little bit of bad within everybody, what you believe to be good and bad. Alright, and it all has its place in its world. Alright, because you cannot know good without evil, and you can't know evil without good. Alright. Thank you for listening, and peace and balance to the ancient ones.